Okay, so I got my first 2x4 up here. I got to measure out 4 feet on it. I have 4 feet of room from this outer edge across underneath all this to the other side. I knew I was going to be adding drawers. That's why this center beam and all is all the same size. So what I want to do is measure off 4 feet here and cut this. Now before I do that, let me show you guys something. If you notice, this piece of wood, your piece of wood here at the end, is not very resistant against any kind of, it'll splinter and break very easily. This end grain will, and you don't want to expose that end grain, if you will. 2x4 hanging down, and then my drawer will be in between. Now I want to protect that end grain from getting beat up. So I've got 2 ways I've thought of that I could do it. For one, I could cut it just, half an inch shorter, and then just put a 1/4 inch slat against it, which would give it the same end grain as the sides of my table. Or I can build the face of the drawer to actually cover the end grain for me. And I'm thinking I'm actually gonna do a combination of the two, because I do tend to kind of do a little overkill. Plus, by cutting it a little short, this is an 8/4 board, I can actually get 2 full ones out of it. So what I'm going to do is, instead of cutting at 4 feet, I want to cut half an inch less. So I'm going to cut, instead of cutting at 48, I'm going to cut at 47.5. So I'm going to measure out 47.5 inches, like so. And then I'm going to actually go ahead and measure this yet again, because you always want to measure twice and cut once. Now I got to climb up here and get my square. Line our square up and mark our line to cut. Now what I actually do is I take my shop vac and just set it over. I recommend wearing, ear protection if you enjoy being able to actually hear. All right, so I'll turn on. Now what I want to do is check. This is what I love about radio arm saw. It's a perfectly square cut. Perfectly square. See, this is the end grain. I want to protect this. Come on, camera. There you go. I want to protect this end grain because this is not very strong at taking a beating. It will splinter and crack off. Got my first 2 cut. I'm going to cut the other ones, and then we'll come right back.